welcome back. My name is Eden and today we're going to see if I could change this into this. So let's get started. So I purchased these nightstands a while ago. I want to be able to revert them to the original color, take off this paint. I think it's chalk paint. I don't know if it's been sealed with polyurethane. I'm going to use this product right here to try to remove it, and hopefully I don't damage this piece. We'll find out at the end. I'm not even sure yet at this point. But I could tell this was probably spray painted because the paint's coming off and I could kind of see gold underneath. So I'm going to see if I can remove the black spray paint off too as well. If it's a fail, the worst case scenario, I'll just spray paint them gold. But I'm hoping I don't mess this up. Worst case scenario, that means I would have to strip this down to the wood color and then restain it and seal it. Okay, so let's get started. Wish me luck. Well, taking out this drawer, I realized it wasn't closing all the way, so these little stoppers somehow came off. So I'm gonna probably need to like clip these and glue them in the back. That way the drawer doesn't go all the way through the to the back. So I was wondering why it wasn't closing all the way. I guess these must have came off over time. It looked like they were someone used a nail gun and then glued them, but they somehow came off. I don't know how that happened, but I'm gonna need to glue these back on. I started to take the drawers out. I'm just going to take off these handles. So the paint is starting to chip right here. So I'm hoping this is a good sign that it'll be easy to take this off. I'm going to actually go outside right now and try to use Goof Off to take off the spray paint. And hopefully that works and I don't take off the paint underneath. Focus. Okay, there we go. So you see the paint's coming off. If it leaves a little bit of black on it, I'm okay with that. Kind of makes it look aged, but it's coming off. Okay, now I'm going to apply. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for 30 minutes and then I'm going to scrape it. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, so I'm going to start scraping it and see if it's not working. I'm going to leave it on for another 30 minutes. OMG. It's coming off. So if you don't want to damage the wood, I did get it like a scraper, but it's better to use plastic. That way you don't damage the wood. So as I'm scraping, I'm realizing that some of these, it's difficult to come up. So after I'm remove some of this, I'm just going to spot treat the parts that won't come off with the more of the chemical and leave it for like 30 minutes and then try scraping it off again. Okay, scraped most of it off. So now I'm going to go over and sand. So I took off some of the varnish on top, so I am going to have to seal it. And it's going to probably be lighter after I sand it, but I'm going to start with the lighter sandpaper. So I did one drawer. I used a little electric hand sander, and I was about to cry because I thought I ruined it because I accidentally scuffed it a little bit too much, but I was able to fix it. I used the sanding block and sanded everything down really well, and then I used that English oil you saw me use earlier, and it looks really good actually. I'm actually surprised. So now I need to do this drawer, which I'm kind of worried about, but this came out okay. And also, I know I said earlier not to use a metal scraper. I did use it. I used this metal scraper to get into these parts right here, like these little grooves. You could probably use a toothpick, but I don't have a toothpick, so I just use this. Okay, so I stripped it and not loving it. Okay, so if you notice, some of the wood is different colors. The bottom it's more brown, and then the drawers are more like a reddish brown, and so is the top. So Like right here, this is like brown. And this is more like an orangey red brown, and it's splotchy. It's not consistent. I sanded and sanded, I can't get this out. So I'm wondering, maybe that's why they painted it. I don't know. But I'm not loving the color. So I don't know if I should just paint this. I know some of you might hate me, like, oh my god, why are you painting it again? Let's see. I was thinking of bleaching it, so I did buy some Danish oil, but decided to return it. And I don't know why, but Danish oil is very low in stock in California right now. Home Depot reports that it's completely out of stock in California. Lowe's had 1 or 2 containers left, but like I said, I canceled that order. And I might try a bleaching process and see how that works to get all the color off, and then I'll go from there. So I finished sanding. I'm using bleach from the dollar store, measuring cup, and a paintbrush to apply. I forgot to mention, after you bleach it, make sure you let it sit in the sun and check on it like every 30 minutes or so, or maybe every hour, to see how the color's changing. This is a notice. Do not, I repeat, do not use vinegar to neutralize the bleach. I saw a YouTuber do this. Do not do this. Left it on for 30 minutes, so technically, like I said, check it every 30 minutes, but like softwoods, the bleach will usually take up the color, I think, within like 20 minutes. I think hardwoods is supposed to take longer, which I think this is a hardwood, so I should have left it probably on longer, because right now I'm looking at it and it looks very orange. After a lot more sanding, here we are. I got my bleach ready right here. All I'm doing is applying it with the brush. Afterwards, use water, or you could also use hydrogen peroxide to neutralize the bleach. I'm just gonna get a little container of water and use a different paintbrush and just kind of wipe the water on and then wipe it off. I just don't want to like hose it down, because then it'll take too long. Okay, so all I'm doing to neutralize the bleach, I'm gonna use plain old water. Oops, a little too much. This paintbrush to apply the water, and a rag to wipe it off. So you could also just hose off your thing if you want to. Again, I don't want to like wet it too much, because then it'll take forever for it to like dry. So I learned 3 things while doing this project. The first 2 has to do with the stripper. So when using the stripper, tip number 1, spray it like it's peanut butter and jelly, and do it like I owe you money. Tip number 2, if it's easy, then do it easy. If it's hard, add more stripper and get the job done. Number 3, bleach and vinegar, you'll vomit like it's hot. So those 2 will create caloric gas. So if you're into that weird stuff and like to pass out, I wouldn't try that. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I know you didn't get to see the whole staining and sealing process, but just FYI, the stain I used was dark walnut, and I just used a water-based sealer. I did 2 coats, and I used rubber buff on the handles. I did try to find like a more updated handles, but nothing kind of went with it. And since the front of the drawers are like really curved, I couldn't find a handle that would fit. So decided to just use the old ones. And I think that's it. Leave a comment what you thought about the nightstand. Maybe I should have just left it alone. You guys have a good day, and I just want to say a quick thank you to my subscribers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I hope to see you next time on my next Do It Myself adventure. You guys have a good week. Bye.